Welcome back, dear students of class 8. Today we are going to start with chapter 2, part 2. Okay, chapter 2, that was spreadsheet, formulas and functions. Okay, in this part 2, students, we are going to study these topics. What are the topics? Cell range. What is a cell range? We need to understand what is a cell range. Okay, then we'll be studying selecting a range or cell range, then using a range in a formula. Then students will be studying naming a cell range or naming a range, and then we will be studying using a named cell range. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in today's lecture. Okay, students, first thing, what is a cell range? Okay, a cell range or a range, students, is a group of contiguous cells. Now what is the meaning of this word contiguous? Contiguous means sharing a common border, okay, or touching along one side. Okay, I'll quickly explain you. Suppose, students, in Microsoft Excel, I clicked on this cell B2. See, I'm clicking on this cell B2. Okay, and then I'm coming to, and then along with this cell B2, I'm also selecting B3, B4 and B5. Now see, this is forming a range. How? Because this is a group of contiguous cells. See, contiguous means what? We have seen contiguous means what? Sharing a common border. All these cells are sharing a common border, yes or no? This cell is sharing common border with this cell. This cell is sharing common border with this cell, and this cell is sharing border with this cell. Or we can say that all these cells are adjacent. Okay, so selecting these adjacent cells is creating a rectangular, okay, a shape of a rectangle, and it is a group of contiguous cells. That's why it is called as a range. Students, let's go back to the definition. A range is a group of contiguous cells which form the shape of a rectangle. Okay, now students, it can be a group of two cells or as big as an entire worksheet. What does this mean? This simply means that if I select any two cells, okay, suppose I have selected A6 and A7, okay, A6 and A7. If I select these two cells also, then these two cells are also forming a range. Okay, and if I select the entire worksheet, what does that mean? If I select all the cells, look at this, I have selected all the cells of the worksheet right now, so they are also forming a range. Okay, students, now let's move on to the next part. Okay, so students, now you can specify a range by writing the starting cell address followed by the ending cell address, both separated by a colon. So this symbol is called as the colon. Okay, so how can you specify a cell range in Microsoft Excel? You can specify a cell range by writing the starting cell address, okay, the first cell address, and the last or the ending cell address, and both should be separated by a colon. Okay, students, let's see how it is done. So look over here, B1 colon B10. Okay, so what is my range right now? See, if I have selected this much, see what is the range? Oh, sorry, B2. Suppose I click on B2 colon B10. So see, what is the first cell? What is the first cell of this range? B2. And then what is this last cell? It's B10. Yes, and they are separated by a colon. So see, isn't it specifying a range over here? From here to here, a rectangle is forming. Yes, so this is called as a cell range. Okay, students, this is called as a cell range. I hope it is clear to you. Now For example, B2 colon B10 indicates a range starting from cell B2 and ending with B10. Okay, students, in the same manner, you can select the cell range horizontally also. Okay, for example, see, I am selecting A13 to C13. This is also a range. Okay, students. Now let's move on to the next topic, that is selecting a range. How to select a range? Okay, there are three ways, students, in which you can select a cell range. What are those three ways? Let us see. The first way is click on the first cell in the range. Suppose I want to select cell range from B2 to B10. So what is the first way? Click on the first cell. So see, I have clicked on this first cell B2. Okay, and while holding the left mouse button, so I am holding right now, I am clicking on the left mouse button and I am holding it and dragging it to the last cell of the range, which is B10. So see, this I have selected a range. What have I selected? I have selected a range over here. Okay, students, what is the second method? The second method to select a range is click on the first cell. Okay, hold down the shift key while you press the arrow keys to extend the selection. What does this means? This means that I have to click on the first cell. Okay, then I have to hold down the shift key. Okay, you know the shift key, where it is present? It's present over here. Okay, students, so it's present over here, this shift key. Okay, so I'm going to click on the first cell, then I'm going to hold down the shift key, and then I'm going to press the arrow key. Look at this, I'm pressing the downwards arrow key, and see, I have selected a range of cells. Okay, students, so this was the second way. Okay, now students, suppose I want to there's one more way. Okay, there's one more way. Select the first cell in the range, and then we have to press the F8 key, the function 8 key. Okay, which is there on the keyboard. It's not there on the on-screen keyboard, but it is present in the normal keyboard that you people have at your homes. Okay, so go to the first cell of the range, then click on the F8 key, function key. Okay, so I've clicked on F8, and now I will extend my selection with the help of arrow key. Okay, to stop, now see, I've come to my last cell. My last cell is selected. Okay, now again I have to press F8 key. Okay, now see, my range is selected. If further I click on the arrow key, then everything will be gone. Okay, students, so these are the three ways through which you can select a range of cells. Okay, the next topic, students, is using range in a formula. Okay, let us study how to use range of cell in a formula. Just look at this table, students. In this table, okay, different months are given. Okay, and number of units sold of each of the some item is written. How many units were sold in each month, that is written. And what we need to find out is that we need to find out what is the total amount of sale that happened from January to September. So how to do it? Let's see. We want the total in this cell, in B11. So we'll come to this B11 cell and we will type the formula equal to. Okay, a formula always begins with the equal to symbol. You have studied this. Okay, and then we'll type the sum function. Then we are going to type the sum function. Okay, students, so sum, will open the bracket. Okay, and then we'll type our range. Our range starts from here, B2. So I'll type B2. Okay, and then I will separate it by colon. Okay, and then I will type B 10, which is my last cell. Okay, and then I will close the bracket and I will hit the enter key. Okay, so I've closed the bracket and I have pressed the enter key, and the summed up value will be displayed in B11. So see, the summed up value is displayed in B11. Isn't it very easy how to use a range in a formula? You want to see it once again? I'll show you once again. Suppose I have this data 15, 45, 15, 75. Okay, suppose I want to add these 4 values and I want the total in this cell. Okay, I want the total of these 4 values in this cell. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with equal to. Okay, then I'm going to type the sum function. Okay, bracket, and then what is my first what is the address of the first cell? It is B13. So I'll type B13. See, this is the cell B13. Okay, then separate it with colon, and then what is this cell? B16, right? So I'll type B16 and I'll close the bracket and I'll hit the enter key. Look, the total is coming over here. Yes or no, students? So this is how we this is how we and use the range in a formula. I hope this is very clear to you people. Let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is naming a range. Naming a range. Okay, students. Now see, students, till now you have seen that whenever you want to refer to range of cells, okay, you make use of cell reference like B2 to B11. Okay. Now students, what did we do in this earlier example is that we used cell references in this. Okay, sorry, we used cell references. This B2 is a cell reference, this B10 is a cell reference. Okay, so to select a range or to use a range in a formula, we were using these cell references. But students, what Excel provides us? Excel provides us with another option of referring a range of cells. Okay, it provides us with another option of referring a range of cells. How? That is by giving a suitable and a meaningful name to the range of cell range. Okay, so let's see how to give a name to a range. Okay, to define a name or for a range, we have to follow these steps. Okay, let's see. First, select the range of cells that you want to name. Okay, now we have studied how 3 ways to select the range of cells. I'll use any one method and I will select the range of cells from B2 to B10. Okay, so my range is selected now. You have all studied just now how to select a range. Okay, then we need to go to this formulas tab. Can you see this formulas tab? On the formulas tab, okay, on the formulas tab, in the define names group, see, this is the defined names group. Yes, this is the defined names group. Okay, we have to go to click on the define name button. See, this is the define name button. Okay, so we will click on this define name. Okay, now students, as soon as we click on this define name, okay, the new name dialog box appears. See this dialog box, the name of this dialog box is new name dialog box. Okay, so in the name field, this is the name field. Okay, students, this is the name field. A name is already given. Suppose I want to give this range a name, units sold. What is the name that I want to give? I want to give the name units sold, units underscore sold. Okay, so I have given a suitable name. Suppose units, type the name over here, units underscore sold. Okay, so I've typed the name over here in the name field, and then in the scope box, specify the availability of the range name by choosing either workbook. What does this mean? See, it is giving us an option. It is giving us 4 options over here. The scope is giving us 4 options. The scope, whether the scope should be for entire workbook, or it should be only for sheet 1, or it should be for sheet 2, or it should be for sheet 3. Now see students, you already know, okay, what is workbook, what is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Okay, you have studied this in the previous class. Okay, now students, what is the meaning of scope is that suppose I select the scope as workbook. So now this name unit sold will be recognized by all these 3 sheets. Can you see this? Sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3 here at the bottom. Okay, so if I select workbook, now this unit sold, okay, this unit sold name will be recognized by sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. But if I select sheet 1, then only this name will be only recognized in sheet 1 and not in sheet 2 and sheet 3, and so on for other sheets also. If I select sheet 2, then only this name will be only recognized in sheet 2, not in sheet 1 and sheet 3. Okay, so most of the time I select workbook. Okay, if you want to give any comment over here about this unit sold, you can give. I am giving number of units sold. You can give any comment over here. Okay, and then just click on this OK button. Okay, now because I had already saved this with the same name, I'll just change the name. Units sold till September. Okay, so I have given a new name, units sold till September. I have given this a name, unit sold till September, and I am clicking on OK. Okay, now that range, now I have given the name to the range. Let's see, let's check whether I have given a correct name or not. Again, putting the formula equal to, then sum. Okay, and inside the sum I'll just come over here and I'll click over here. I'll complete the parenthesis and I will click over here. Just it's because of this. Sorry, there was a this something was typed over before equal to. So now see students, again let me tell you what did I do. For checking, I inserted a formula equal to sum, okay, then bracket, and then I came over here, use in formula, and then I selected the name that I gave, unit sold till September. That was the name of my range. As soon as this range came over here, name of the range came in this formula, you can see that this part is selected. This range has been selected. I need to just close this, okay, with the help of closing bracket, and then I need to put enter. See, the total of all these is coming over here. So this is how we use name a range of cells, and then we use that range in formula. Okay, the next topic is the same, using a named range. How to use a named range? Using a named range should be in the same manner. Okay students, so I hope you have understood everything in this lecture. Okay students, in the next lecture students, I will be covering the topic cell references and its types. Till then, take care of yourself and be well. Thank you.